Last question. Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is the correct understanding we should have towards people who are suffering from oppression and tyranny, even if they're not following Islam 100%? What mercy did the Ottomans show to such persecuted groups during their time?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Number one, as believers, we should not be making any separation who is going to be saved and who is not going to be saved. This is not up to us to decide. You understand? We may say that one believing in the wrong thing. We may say this is wrong, but we are not going to judge them to say now because of that they are going to be condemned. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to turn. The reason why we have to say that it is wrong is so that we don't fall into the same wrongness. You understand? It is not to condemn them. It's so that we don't get confused and we think wrong is right. But that doesn't mean that you see something wrong and you're going to hate them, you want to kill them, and you want to condemn them to hellfire forever. We see something wrong. We try to find something right. In the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to this creature, to this servant, disobedient servant who did nothing good in his life, nothing good in his life, and Allah is going to ask, did he show any love to any one of my friends? At least one drop, that I may join him to my friend. So now, we should not be separating, because everyone in this world, from the time of the Prophet ﷺ, 1400 years ago, until Judgment Day, everyone, Muslim or non-Muslim, believer or unbeliever, every human being in this world is belonging to the ummah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. You're a Jew, you're from the ummah of the Prophet. You're a Christian, you're from the ummah of the Prophet. You're Hindu, you're ummah. You're Buddhist, whatever you call yourself, you are from the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ. And Muslims, especially for 1400 years, especially the Ottomans, they believe in this and they acted on it. That's why they gave the rights to the non-Muslims who are living in the Ottoman lands. And they don't interfere into their religion. Never once the Ottomans said to any Christian or any Jew, you should not be wearing your religious attire. Never once. You should not have churches. You should not have synagogues. So, people who are suffering from oppression and tyranny, everyone who is suffering from that, belonging to this nation, we raise our hands and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us to remove that tyranny and that oppression. This is a dua that, especially in the Naqshbandi order, we are making this every single day. Every single day, at least 5 times a day. We say, Ya Rabbi, show mercy to the ummah of Muhammad. Protect the ummah of Muhammad. No separation that we're making. Love the ummah of Muhammad. We are saying all this for the whole world, praying for the whole world. This is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ taught us. His Sahabis, the Tabi'in, continuing, the awliya Allah. As to the mercy that the Ottomans show to their groups, oh, I don't have to tell you. You can do your own research. They helped. Let me tell you in a very simple way. The Jews, they have always been treated with cruelty, suspicion, and with oppression. In their whole history. And when the Jews were expelled from Spain. Spain was ruled by the Muslims for 800 years, and it's because of the Muslims' own tyranny and heedlessness and out from the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we lost Spain. The Christians took over, massacred so many, destroyed so much. Muslims were forced either to go in a moment's notice or to become Christian. Later, they did the same to the Jews. The Ottoman sultans welcomed them into the Ottoman Muslim lands that was governing by Shariat. Because that is what Shariat demands. That you have to show mercy and be tolerant and give everyone their rights. The Jews, they said, it is better for us to be ruled under the turban than under the tiara of the Pope. The Christian groups that were fighting amongst each other, the Protestants with the Catholics, or the Orthodox with the Catholics, they found peace and protection in the Ottoman lands. They were able to practice their own faith. This is not 1 or 2 years. This is state policy for centuries. And the Ottomans, they were geniuses at this, balancing. The holiest place in Christianity, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Every Christian group wants to have the honor of controlling that site, that church. And the Ottomans, when Qudus was under their rule, they gave very strict laws and rights to every Christian group, giving them their rights in that church so that not one group is going to control them. You will have the Catholics in charge of this. You're going to have the Orthodox in charge of this. Different orthodoxies, they're going to be doing this and this. The Protestants, everyone has a place and everyone has a role. And the Ottomans, they are there to make sure everyone does the proper thing and no fighting. They did that. Centuries it happened. Every morning, it is the Ottoman official who opens the church. And everyone comes in and they do their work and there's no fighting. Once the Israelis recently, maybe 10 years ago, they decided to change that centuries-old law. They changed it overnight, complete chaos. Crosses flying through the air, rosaries strangling each other, blood everywhere. It's monks and priests fighting with each other. They said no. Then go back to those old laws of the Ottomans. And they did. What the Ottomans did to Aceh in Sumatra, what the Ottomans did to the Irish, what the Ottomans, these are just very small examples. It's very easy for you to do your research now, especially more things are opening up from Turkey, from the archives. And understand, this is our lineage, this is our heritage. Our heritage is not Wahhabism. Our lineage is not Wahhabism. That is a heresy. We are following, inshallah Rahman, the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, his companions and the awliya Allah. Inshallah Rahman, may we learn from the holy Ottomans and to take their spirit and to put it into our lives and to have more mercy and compassion and intelligence and skill to be able to live in these days. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough. I will see you next time. Assalamu alaikum.